Welcome back everyone to my Manchester United Master League on PES 2020. Season 3 is now officially over, and in this episode you guys can expect just a roundup really of the season, who's the top goal scorer, who walks away with that golden boot, the team of the season and so on. So we start then with the Premier League, a title that I set out to win this season and we came so close to doing so. It was just that last hurdle that we failed on, and it was Liverpool that went ahead and lifted the trophy. Whereas looking at the top goal scorers list though, it's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang of Arsenal that goes away with the Golden Boot award, scoring 25 goals this season. Those 25 goals didn't really help out Arsenal, did they? As they finished outside of a Champions League spot, also outside of a Europa League spot as well this season. So very disappointing for them. Good season for him though, obviously. Martial coming in third with 15. We have a look at the assists then. So Kevin De Bruyne, who we came up against in those two huge Manchester derbies this season, walking away with the top assister of the season with 13. His teammate Rodri in second with 10. David Silva with 9. And Jack Grealish there of Aston Villa in fourth. Bruno Fernandes, well, it was a big season for him. It was always going to be after we signed him in the summer at the start of season 2. And well, he's just gone from strength to strength really this season, getting a total of 8 assists. Very creative players, we know. So just to round things off then for the Premier League, the player of the season goes to Liverpool's skipper Virgil van Dijk. Top goal scorers we know, Aubameyang, assist leader Kevin De Bruyne, and the best manager award goes to Jurgen Klopp of Liverpool, who managed to guide his team all the way to the Premier League trophy with a bit of fortune here and there, as we did drop points in some very important games this season. Let's take a quick look at the FA Cup stats then. As you know, we got knocked out by City in that, well, it went all the way to the 120th minute, and it was Sergio Aguero's goal that put City through to the next round. City actually went all the way to the semi-finals, eventually getting knocked out by Leicester City. It finished 1-0 to Leicester, which saw them advance through to the final to play West Ham United at Wembley, and it was Leicester that managed to win it. As you can see, no, it's not gonna. No, we're just gonna see the tournament tree instead. That's the way PES lays it out. But if we have a look at goal ranking, top goal scorer again goes to Sergio Aguero with 7 goals in the whole of the FA Cup. Obviously, he scored that winner against United. On to the Champions League, I felt we did a lot better compared to last season. We reached the quarterfinals. We played Barcelona home and away. We got knocked out against them. They played Juve. They beat them to reach the finals. Liverpool beat Shakhtar Donetsk to reach the final to take on Barcelona. And it was Barcelona that won the Champions League. Thank God for that, eh? Would have been unbearable having Liverpool win the Premier League as well as the Champions League. Doing the double would have been unbearable. So there we have it. Let's have a look at the top goal scorers for the Champions League. It's Leroy Sané of Liverpool, and we know how devastating he was in front of goal for Liverpool, as he definitely scored against us at Anfield in the most recent game against them. I'm not too sure about the reverse fixture at Old Trafford earlier this season. I can't quite remember. Going to have to go back and check that. But he is level with Lionel Messi. 7 goals each for those two. And we'll have a look at the assists. And it's Rodri again. He was brilliant in the Premier League and brilliant in the Champions League. I'm just going to quickly go through some of the key players that I thought were stars this season for United. We start with Dominik Livakovic, who I signed back in the summer. Not for a huge fee. I think it was about 5 million. Again, he's really come in. He's almost pushed David De Gea out the first team. Nico Elvedi is another player who I signed back at the start of Season 3 in the summer. He's slotted right in alongside Harry Maguire. Those two working together throughout this season look as though they've been working together for many years. He's been brilliant. And also Scott McTominay working alongside Paul Pogba in central midfield this season. It's been a real anchor, a real old school type player that you can rely on. Defensive awareness and ball winning, it's not the best, but when you're actually playing with Scott McTominay, it feels as though he's just world class. If he's one-on-one with the opposition who have the ball, he's going to win it back. Bruno Fernandes, again, as I mentioned earlier, it was always going to be a big season for him, season 3, and he stepped up to the plate. He's been fantastic with his creativity in that number 10 role. Calvin Stengs, with an overall rating of 80 at the moment, he's just going to keep getting better and better. He's suiting that number 7 quite well here at Old Trafford. The Frenchman, Anthony Martial. What can I say about Martial? He has gone from strength to strength, season after season. He's always been there, always been reliable. Hasn't really got injured. I know injuries are quite lackluster, could you say, on PES 20. They don't happen very often. I mean, we had a couple of injuries in Marcus Rashford and Luke Shaw also in that first season, but they're not out for long. But yeah, Martial always been a reliable player that we can stick up top, and you expect him to bang in a goal or two every game. David De Gea, a lot of transfer speculation surrounding him at the moment. Now, Twanzebe, moving on to some of the fringe players. The likes of Twanzebe, Fosu Mensah, Chong, Gomez. I know I haven't given them much of a fair chance in the team throughout this series, but you can certainly expect to see more of them in Season 4. Erling Haaland, what a fantastic first season he's had at Manchester United since putting pen to paper. He is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer reborn. He is number 20. When you look back to the times he's come off the bench for United throughout Season 3 and saved us as well in some important games, saving us points, winning us points. He's just been fantastic, and I'm so happy that I actually pulled the trigger and brought him to United. Mason Greenwood, another player, yes, he's had plenty of first-team opportunity out on the right this season, either filling in for a tired Calvin Stengs or just starting him. Again, he's another player that I definitely want to involve even more than I have been over the last 3 seasons, and the same goes for Dan James. I definitely want to get these players involved somehow. I don't want them just sitting on the sidelines, warming the bench, whatever. I want to tap into that potential that they clearly have. Chong has shown it, and so has Fosu Mensah in the games that they have featured in, whether that's in the FA Cup or a smaller Champions League group game. I've just got to go for it next season. We've got to get these involved. Just take the plunge. If they're good enough, they're old enough. And James Garner, another player who you're going to be seeing a lot more of in that number 6 role next season, in that CDM role. Paul Pogba, I'm not sure about his future. We do keep getting offers for him. I know PES doesn't have that feature where players want to be leaving, coming to you and saying, I want to leave, I'm not getting much opportunity here, we're not winning anything. But I'm not sure what to do with Paul Pogba. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do we cash in on him? So we've had another offer for David De Gea. Transfer rumours still swirling. It comes from his former side, Atletico Madrid. They want to sign him for 81.4 mil. They're Atletico, they're battling it out with their rivals Real Madrid to secure David De Gea's signature. I'm not sure what to do. I'm so tempted to renegotiate and accept, because I think we could get over 100 mil for David De Gea. I'm not sure. You know what? We're going to end the negotiations. Club rankings updated. The Champions League teams have been confirmed. Liverpool, United, City, and I think it was Chelsea that made Champions League for next season. Let's go and have a look at our club ranking then. Let's see where we are. Oh dear, we're not even in the top 16. Oh, whereabouts are we then? Obviously we're going to be a bit lower because we haven't won. We're 21st. 21st. Sandwiched between Benfica and Lokomotiv Moscow. That, to me, is not good enough for United. So, we've had an offer for a contract extension. Do we accept? Do we finish here with Season 3? You know what? The project isn't finished yet. We're staying on for a 4th season. We're staying here at United. They want to keep me. They've offered me a new contract, so why not? Let's just go ahead and accept. We have had an offer from Spurs, but no, I can't do it. We'll accept that. We're staying at Manchester United for another season. Come on. Napoli want to offer 40 mil for Harry Maguire. No way. Well, here we go then. Today is all about the old boys. The players of yesteryear step onto the turf here at Old Trafford for their final game. Here we are at Old Trafford. Manchester United against the Old Boys. It's an exhibition. Once again, it's a nice celebration, a nice send-off for those players that have decided to hang up their boots, such as Buffon, Pepe, and as we've just seen, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who does return to Old Trafford for this game, this friendly match. Really looking forward to it. There's some big names in there, to be honest. Bonaventura, Daniel De Rossi, former Roma player, and as just mentioned, Buffon in goal. Going to be difficult to beat. Well, here are the full lineups then heading into this friendly. Few different faces in the lineup for United. David De Gea in goal. Tuanzebe starts. Angel Gomez is in that number 10 role, but it is a front three of Greenwood, Rashford and Anthony Martial. And here is the full lineup for the Old Boys. Socrates is in there alongside Pepe. Zabaleta, former City player, on the right. Yarmolenko also retiring. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is going to be one to watch out for in this game. He's going to certainly be keeping us busy at the back. Scott McTominay now finds Bruno Fernandes. Had a great season for Manchester United. Here is Luke Shaw on the overlap. Finds Anthony Martial. Did Pepe get a touch on that? What a ball forwards to find Robinho. Here is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. There's the power of Zlatan. He's just absolutely floored Slabhead in this friendly. Or was it Harry Maguire bowing to the Lion? Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Greenwood. You'll notice that I have changed the boots as well on some of the players. Here's Anthony Martial. Turns. Decent effort on goal. It's just gone wide. Didn't get enough curl on it. But yeah, you'll notice I've changed a few of the players' boots, such as Greenwood and Martial. Change up for next season. Here is Wan-Bissaka. Finds Scott McTominay. Sitting deep in midfield. Bruno Fernandes, there's that creativity. Finds Martial, who turns, shoots! And there is the experience of Gigi Buffon. He saw that coming from a mile off, didn't he? Martial chests it down, turns on his left. It's good effort, to be fair. But Buffon is a lot better than that as he puts a stop to it. But it is a corner for United. Bruno Fernandes swings it in. It's yours, Rashford. He's on De Rossi. Hits it on the volley, and again Buffon with a brilliant quick save. So wide here to Robinho. Bonaventura, first time to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Into the second half, Zlatan with the long range effort. It was a stinging shot for De Gea to save. Denisov, Yarmolenko to Bonaventura. He links up with his Italian teammate De Rossi. Through the middle for Ibra, turns. And Ibra, that long range effort again. De Gea looking sharp. De Rossi again. Ooh, well won there from Fred. Finds Erling Haaland, who's come on here. A long range effort of his own. Following in the footsteps of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And it's not on target. Fred does really well. Great anticipation. Gets to the ball first. Finds Haaland. Maddison. Here's James. Finds Erling Haaland. He turns. And he's just about worked a goal for United up the Stretford end. We'll have that against the Old Boys. And there is Erling Haaland displaying such strength. Stays on his feet all the way till the end. Dan James finds Haaland. Great turn onto his favoured left side. Put under pressure. Bit of shoving here and there. Stays on his feet and just dinks it over the top of Buffon, who would come out to meet him. So he just manages to flick it up and over. That will do. As it's 1-0 to Manchester United. Never many goals in these games, I've noticed, over the last 3 seasons. Nice ball over the top from Bruno. Erling Haaland turns, shoots again. Great setup. Just a pity about the end product. Came to nothing in the end. It's gone out for a goal kick. Buffon, I think, had it covered if it was on target. It's all about that set, though. De Rossi. Nabakin. Here is Robinho. had no say on this game whatsoever, no impact as we expect from someone like Robinho. Here is Zlatan Ibrahimovic, another long-range effort. It's all over then. The final 90 minutes of these players' career is over, and they've lost, but they will not be remembered for this game. It was just an exhibition. Nice little send-off in front of the Old Trafford crowds on this summer afternoon, as we now turn our attention to the Euros, which you can expect to see next week. Then once that's done, we'll be preparing for Season 4 with Manchester United. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your amazing support. It means so much. See you soon.